Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. And don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes. Started. Coming out with it, it's Marion. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami's offense will have the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on, but this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Beck. The sure hands, it's Fletcher. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bauman. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Guys, you have to believe Virginia Tech has had this one circled. This last year, they were victims to the lunacy and perhaps questionable call that Miami was able to pull it out at the very end. The Cajuns did that over and over again.
And Miami did it all year long. This was kind of the start of it, right? The Hail Mary, the review, like, was it really a catch? Was it not?
He's got it on the outside. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Bauman.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something open. And maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Virginia Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking for space, it's Bennett. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Hokies decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wants to bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. It's a draw. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Punts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Off play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has all the tools. And you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He's got it on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already showing signs of oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff to the lone back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. To the air, it's back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with high discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's Drones. Rushes on him. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looking down the middle. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to pass, it's back. Makes a grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Bauman. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism better.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
The Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. That's caught. It's Bennett.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Drones. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Stewart. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Green. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Drones. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stewart.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking for a crease. It's Bennett. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Trying to barrel in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Hokies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 10-6 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's back. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The East fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. He's looking to throw, trying to set up the screen. Across the 45. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football. Almost had the big play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He wants to throw it again. Here's the heat. Caught behind the line. It's Bauman. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to the ground with the running back. Still on his feet at the 40. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat, and it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Takes the grab. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on 2nd down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
2nd down coming up. Quick handoff. Powers through the defender. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking downfield, it's back. Gets it out quickly. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. They just keep firing. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening, to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Drones. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Booker. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Turns it on in midfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to throw, it's back. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the single back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He'll take a shot, and it won't make the connection going for the big play.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And that is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And we don't say this very often, but I think both of these teams are headed to the locker rooms telling those special teams units just how special they've been. From clutch kicks to touchdown returns, dynamic coverage to coffin corner punts, those units have told the story of this game. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
This time it's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too, and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Back to pass. It's drones. They're quick out. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. It'll be a draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, it's Stewart. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to sneak it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it.
Touchdown, Hokies! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Another opportunity opportunity here. They had to punt it on their left. There he goes. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to throw. It's back. Gets it out fast.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Canes can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Daniels. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Caught in the backfield, it's Bauman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. On target to the left. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Dropping back, it's back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The give to the back. Finds some fresh air. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of room, but but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Hokies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Complete to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. QB draw. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Hokies are on the move. Dropping back, it's Drones. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Hokies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the ground with the counter. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but Finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Handoff to the lone back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Runs through the tackle. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. He's open on the right. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with the 1st down in the final period. Looking for a man, it's back. Throws to the tight end. He's got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Scanning the field, it's thrown. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking for a man. It's back. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fletcher. Spins away from the defense. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the Canes are flying down the field. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauman. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now they regain the lead.
Big-time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the big fella.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Hokies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
They boot it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs onto the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Space on the right, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt, and I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They'd mix up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Back to throw, it's Drones. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
To the air on 2nd down. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
As an offense, you've got the lead. You've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Beck. Good timing on the quick out.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Inside the 30. Wide open space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking downfield, it's Drones. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the misfire, now on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wants to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Dropping back, it's Drones. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Gave the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. To the air, it's Drones. Got it set up on the outside.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Looking to fire. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game